And we are rolling on May 18th, part 2, where we're seeing an A doing a PC speech, specifically MOA, also known as Olivia. She looks around to make sure no one's texting. Communicating respect non-verbally. Finding friendly eyes near the front and the center. Say your name, feel the love, start your speech.
Hi, I'm Olivia.
Hi, Olivia.
My favorite quote in life is, "In the end, we only regret the things we did not do." I've been trying to live by those words so far, because I don't want to end up wonder what would have happened if I missed out on any opportunity. Today I'm going to tell you about my personal commitment to challenge myself. I'm going to give you 2 reasons why I'm personally committed to challenge myself, and I'm going to make or share 3 actions that I am taking or have been taking towards achieving my personal commitment. The first reason why I'm more personally committed to challenge myself is because of my low self-confidence. I want to evolve and become a stronger and more confident person, and I believe that in order to achieve my goal is by throwing myself out there and do things that I'm not comfortable with in order to grow as a person. And I feel tired of being a shy and sensitive individual, so that is why I challenge myself. Now I'm going to tell you about the second reason why I'm personally committed to challenge myself. My greatest fear in life is to end up thinking, what if? What would have happened if I only did all the things that I was too afraid to be doing? And I definitely don't want to end up as an old lady in a retirement home thinking about all the chances I did not take. So that is why I challenge myself to do all the things that I want to do, even though they seem scary at first. So now I'm going to tell you about 3 actions that I have been taking in order to challenge myself. The first action I took was right after high school, when me and my best friend decided to go backpacking. No one believed that we will actually have the courage to do it, but we packed up all of our stuff, then we went to Southeast Asia for 4 months, and we left a safe environment and everyone near and dear in Sweden. I grew so much out of this experience that I decided to go on another adventure the year after. The second action I've been taking towards my personal commitment is when I applied for exchange studies abroad. I was so proud and happy when I got accepted to UCLA, but then I felt hesitant. It was a scary thought, going to one of the biggest cities in the United States all by myself and living there for a year. But with my personal commitment in mind, I just threw myself out there and did it anyways. The third action I've been taking in order to challenge myself was when I signed up for this class. It took me 2 quarters at UCLA until I felt that I was ready for another challenge in my life. So I decided to sign up for this class. I hate talking in front of people, and even saying my name out loud in front of the class makes me extremely nervous. Feels like my heart is about to jump off of my chest. So when I stood in front of you guys for the first time, I could hardly believe that I was actually doing it. Making a speech in front of all of you and without any papers and in English. So I think so far this has been the greatest challenge of them all. When I've done these actions, I've been feeling extremely nervous, scared and hesitant. But afterwards I've been feeling empowered and proud of my development and progress. So, in summary, I've told you 2 reasons why I'm personally committed to challenge myself. And I've told you about the 3 actions that I'm taking in order to achieve my personal commitment. So there should be no doubt in this room that I'm personally committed to challenge myself in order to evolve as a person. In the end, we only regret the things we didn't do, so I'm going to do everything in my power to live up to those exact words, so I won't end up at the retirement home wondering what if.
Thank you. Time?
4:44.
444. Buy a lottery ticket today. Okay, where are we? Here, I guess.
Hi, I'm Gavin.
Hi, Gavin.
I really liked your emotional connection with us. You opened up, said this is one of the hardest things you've ever done. It took a lot to share that. Thank you.
Emotional connection, improvement.
Hi, I'm Abigail.
Hi, Abigail.
I really like your speech. I like how honest you are. You just have like a few things like you sway or you play with your wrist.
Yeah. When you watch yourself tonight on YouTube, just let your hands be normal by your side. Your upper body does a lot of this. Okay. And so try to get in control of that. Just relax. Maybe take a Tai Chi class so you know what your body's doing while you're standing there. If you practice with a person, have them point that out to you, that you're kind of swaying as you stand there. And you can stop. That may help you. You started with a quote. In the end, we only regret the things that we did not do. Who said that?
I don't know, I think it's a quote. I looked it up. There's like science, like pictures of it. But I don't think
there
it's
was
like
what?
I don't think it's like a special person who said it.
Oh,
It's like a
it was
common quote.
It was on Google.
Or,
Anonymous.
I've been thinking about it at least.
What?
I've been thinking about it.
Okay.
Like, then I Googled
Good.
it.
Okay, good. I'll say, as I've said to others in the class, it's good to know, and if you can, find out who the author is and say what her qualifications are. That builds the credibility of the quote. Your thesis was fine. Your significant statement was good, saying that we all could benefit and get out of our comfort zone. So that was, you related it to the audience, not just you. So that was well done. I'd like to see you speak a little louder so you appear to be more confident and not quite so insecure or soft-spoken. Just be comfortable in your own skin. Okay? And fake it till you make it. Hey, I'm great. I'm confident. Boom. On your first reason, you said you wanted to evolve as a person and get out of your comfort zone and try new things. You said you're tired of being shy and sensitive. That was pretty good, and that took some courage to self-disclose that. I was hoping you would give an example of this or say what you didn't do that you wanted to do, but I guess that will come a little later perhaps. Your second reason was the old what if question, and you related this to not being in the old retirement home and saying, what if I had gone out with that boy or climbed that mountain or taken that calligraphy class or whatever you didn't do that you felt you wanted to do, and or majored in something different than my parents wanted me to major in, so you didn't want to live the what if, right? So that was good and clear. On your actions, you said, when I finish high school, you did something that challenged the expectations that people had of you by going backpacking in Southeast Asia for 4 months. And you talk about the courage that took. You left a safe environment of dear old mother Sweden and You had apparently a good time and a growing time, and I think that travel does that for people, you know. You really do grow up, and you have to fend for yourself, and you know it's good, and it's good that you had that impulse to go, you know, and do that. On the second action, study abroad, you were pleased to get into UCLA, but worried about coming to such a big, bad place, and it is a big pond, no question about it. But you know, the way to get around that is to join a club or a group and get involved with small groups of people that make up this big, large pond, and then it's not such a large pond, right? Yeah. And then finally, you talked about taking the speech class, and it took you a long time to get the courage to do this and to say your name and to talk to people. But you're obviously doing it now, and you're surviving and living and thriving, right? So that's good. Summary, conclusion, and tie back were all fine. Your canais have a more dynamic voice. Be confident. Keep to the outline. How to go?
I didn't manage to be as confident as I wanted to.
And why not? Or what wasn't confident? And where'd you fall short?
I don't know. I just get nervous. I don't know what to do about it. I try to think, like you said, think more positive. Confident, fake it till you make it. Yeah, it's hard.
One thing is, the more times you practice it and see yourself do it, the more times you then know you can do it. So there's something to be said for doing it 6 or 8 times with a live person, and not just a mirror. And they see that you can do it, and you see you can do it. See? So that's where you felt that the confidence was lacking, huh? Yeah.
And I could have more like dynamic voices.
Yes. Okay. Good. All right. Well, you got the job done, and thank you for volunteering early. Okay, our work is done. Return with honor. Thanks for the roll sheet. Yeah, Olaf, where is she? Where's the roll sheet? Right here. Are you still sick?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, you're sniffling.
That's because, I don't know.
You have an allergy.
Yeah, and my nose is bleeding too.
Oh, good. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Hello.
Bye. Thank you. Bye. Hi. How you doing?